Today's video is going to be all about Dior Airflash Foundation, and in this video I'm going to be covering what I think it is good for, the application tips, the best way to apply it, a live demo of me trying it on, a wear test to see how long it lasts, and also just my general thoughts of what I think this foundation is good for. So I'm first going to apply it on my beauty blender, and as you can see, you are getting a little bit of foundation spray that's kind of going off of the beauty blender, but most of it I'm catching on my beauty blender, so there's not as much waste. One of the things that people notice about this and is kind of intimidating to some people and kind of a put off is the fact that this foundation comes in an aerosol spray can, and I know a lot of people, their initial thing that they think is like, my goodness, am I going to be like spraying this on my face like a hairspray? Like, is this going to get everywhere, get in my hair? And especially if you're someone like me who likes to do their eye makeup first, like this foundation, you would think it's not going to work for me. I'm not going to try it. But I have found the best way to apply this foundation is with a beauty blender or with a brush. And even the Dior makeup artists recommend doing that. I think the reason why they put it in a can is it's a very watery consistency in that it has high pigment to it. It also has freshwater pearls in it. And when you put this foundation on, it feels really cool to the touch. And because this foundation is so lightweight and feels like skin, I don't mind taking it underneath my eye. Like as a concealer. So that is one thin layer with the beauty blender, and this foundation is very blendable, and because I want a little bit more coverage, I'm going to apply a little bit more. So this is the side done with the beauty blender and the side that doesn't have any of the Airflash on. So as you can see, it offers incredible, very skin-like radiant coverage. Now, you do not feel like you are wearing any foundation. It's so skin-like, but it does cover so many like unevenness or redness or anything like that. It's a gorgeous finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it with a brush and see how that goes. I always like to kind of point it downward so I don't get it spraying everywhere. So I definitely think I am getting better coverage with the brush side, maybe because the beauty blender soaked up a little bit more product than I realized, but I find it easier to apply it with the beauty blender. Because I'm still kind of wanting, because it's so thin, I'm still wanting to kind of pat it on. Alright guys, so this is just the foundation applied. In about a minute or two, and I don't think that it has set down a tremendous amount. It's still very like dewy and glowy. So I'm going to go ahead and on camera put on a little bit of concealer and then do my powder, just so you guys can see how, you know, the finished product is before I do all the color products. Then I'm going to take my NARS translucent crystal light powder, and this is the powder that I use to set all of my foundation. So as you can see, that just takes down a lot of that heavy shine, but still leaves it very radiant. So this is the foundation after I've completed my concealer and then just a translucent setting powder. I think it's a beautiful finish. I can still see, you know, obviously some texture issues, but the color of my skin, I feel like is just perfection. Like I love just the color and the look of my skin when I wear this foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish all of the rest of my makeup, and I will be doing a wear test. I have to do a lot of cleaning around the house, so I'll check back in a couple hours and let you kind of see how it has worn. Okay guys, so it is now actually almost 1 in the morning, and I've had this foundation on for I'd say about 10 hours, and I tried to make sure the lighting conditions were the same as when I started filming. I think that's important. Lighting can really make a difference. But as you can see, I am pretty shiny, and it has worn off very gracefully. But I definitely think that I'm not getting a whole lot of coverage, and the shine is pretty much there. This foundation, I do have to say, is not a super long wearing foundation, and I love to use this on my brides. And I think it's one of those things, like it's you know, a luxury product, and so all the bridesmaids are like, oh, she's putting Dior on you, you know, like everyone's all excited. But what I like to do is I like to put on a full coverage, like Estee Lauder double wear, or like a really good long wear foundation, and then I'll spray this on a beauty blender and dab it over the bride, all over her face, and it just gives the most beautiful, perfect, flawless finish to her skin that's gonna last all day and through the wedding and through the reception. And that is how I feel like if you need more of a long wear but you still love the finish of it, this is how I would recommend to wear it for long wear. I feel like if I were to powder it, I could get a little bit more wear out of it. And that's what I do have to do when I wear this foundation, is I just kind of, you know, powder your nose and just kind of have to powder it. But as you can see, if I were just to run a little translucent powder on these areas, I think I could get a little bit more wear time. But what I do love and I find so important in a foundation is how it wears off. Like I don't want it like gathering in spots or patches or anything like that. But as you can see, like right here, it's completely gone. But I am a little bit of a face toucher, but yeah, it's pretty much gone, but I do feel like it wore off gracefully, and yeah, that's just my thoughts. So that is it. So this is 10 hours. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you are interested in any more foundation review videos, let me know what you'd like to see. I would like to try to do some more like drugstore foundation. I think that would be neat. So just let me know any of your ideas, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.